Park that car right here at that corner liquor store, jump out and run. There you go. And at least, oh, are you kidding me? What is that all about? Really? Yeah, it looks like they were going to carjack. And a move like that will definitely get law enforcement. He gave him something. That's going to get law enforcement's attention. If he's just going to randomly kind of pull up on somebody and try to take their vehicle, that's going to get the attention of law enforcement. Now it's going from reckless driving, pursuit, failure to yield to carjacking, and that's a much different type of crime. It still looks like he's looking for a spot possibly to park, and we'll keep an eye on it. But it looks like these two almost joined at the hip. They don't want to seem to separate. They're sticking it out together. So we'll keep an eye on it. And again, that was really unusual to see. And I really kind of wonder what law enforcement might think about a maneuver like that. Right. Yeah, and if it was, that's another that just makes it more unusual. It shows you that the IQs that are going on right here, if they're going to swap vehicles where everybody's watching, and at this point there's nobody chasing them, and if there was a law enforcement helicopter, they would know that they swapped vehicles. So it just gets more and more bizarre, making more questions than answers out here. That driver, window down, looking back and forth, and it just continues on again. Hopefully he'll find another little spot where he won't try to take another vehicle, and like you said, just get out and run, and hopefully the law enforcement will show up. The deputies in this area will just show up and lock it down, and then take these two guys into custody. Yeah. Yeah. That's right, and Bob, I'm with you. You'd probably think this vehicle not with a full tank of gas, from uplit, high speed, so the fuel, not getting that best gas mileage, not getting that Honda gas mileage. Now driving a little bit slower, that might be one of the reasons why. Maybe he is really starting to think, I'm going to need some gas. But at any rate, if that's the case, then why don't they go back to that neighborhood where they were showboating earlier on? And there we go, another wide U-turn right there, changing his mind. So you got to wonder. They seem to have some sort of destination in mind, and maybe they actually are using some sort of navigation app to make that type of U-turn. It was like, oh, you missed your turn type of thing. So maybe there is a destination, slowing down again, and just kind of looking. There we go, out of the car. What's he doing? Why? What is his fascination with cars here? And even if you can get in, how are you going to start it? This is just really getting. Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh. I hope that wasn't lunch. At any rate, somebody just ran up and gave him a bag full of I don't know what, but gave him a bag, gave the driver a bag. and this continuing on here, and it's, you know, maybe it was clothing, maybe it was lunch, who knows, but the vehicle continuing to drive around, and clearly in a neighborhood that he knows, as you saw somebody run up there and hand him a bag, so that person was waiting, and that also shows you that they must either know the area or using some sort of navigation, where he made that crazy, you know, U-turn because he had missed his turn earlier on. How are you going to start it? What is the point right there? I mean, maybe he's one of those professionals, gone in 60 seconds thieves or something like that, but usually they, from what I've seen, is they have something with them to make that happen. I'm not sure if they have that. And there you go again, too, the strict policies of the law enforcement. Just saw another black and white vehicle driving the opposite direction. I don't even know if that deputy knew that this was a suspect from earlier on, but just kept on driving, didn't even slow down. I definitely have an ear on the radio trying to find out if they're watching and maybe perhaps going to re-engage this, or maybe perhaps they know who these guys are and they're just going to pick them up at a later date. You know, it's one of those ones. If the driving gets more erratic, if they actually get into an altercation with a pedestrian or some civilian, law enforcement, basically it's going to really push their hand. They're going to have to make their way back out here. I don't want to see either one of those items happen. Right now, though, I'm sure they're at the station. Somebody's at the station keeping an eye on this, watching. At least, and we have the extreme mapping going on, so they know exactly where this vehicle is. But at this point, we haven't heard them call or ask or tell any of the units to re-engage or try to find this car, even though we've seen now twice that suspect trying to make their way into a vehicle that was locked. So it shows you that they're trying to do something. And you know, if they're just, even if they just steal another vehicle, it's going to be one of those things with, that's another crime. That's a different crime than just evading. So we're going to have to keep an eye on it, and hopefully maybe we can get law enforcement to call in and maybe give a point of view, what, you know, real time, what they're thinking right now. Right. Right. Definitely an accomplice if he's going to get arrested or taken into custody. That's probably not very likely, but definitely an accomplice. You're helping you're helping commit a crime, even though right now the law enforcement is basically just kind of letting this one go. But still, they basically gave this person something. If it was food, money, drugs, who knows? But definitely handed off a package right there to those people that are inside that vehicle, and it had to be planned. That definitely wasn't a random act of kindness. That was basically that was a planned deal. They probably were talking to him on the phone and made their way over here to pick that up, whatever that is. Beer. Right. Oh, definitely, and the deputies, this is the thing. A lot of times they have specialized units, gang units out here in these neighborhoods, and they actually do. They might actually know these people by name, so they might know what they're dealing with. But at any rate, this is a very dangerous situation. Here we go again, where he's clearly boxed in and clearly agitated by that, trying to move his way through there and swapping paint on somebody's car. This is not what. That is just that, and that's, he took the bumper off. And he's yelling at them like, it's your problem. Why were you blocking me in? This is very erratic and now damaging people's property. So if it was any kind of fun to watch, now it's starting to turn into something else. And this is one of those ones where law enforcement, they have to be seeing this, and they have to be wondering, maybe we should just get a couple black and whites out there, try to block this guy in, try to bring this thing to an end before somebody gets hurt or this turns into something else. But clearly right there, that I hope that person has insurance and is going to be able to take care of that. Lost his front bumper, and the other car was pretty nice. And you just got to wonder, I know how I am. I don't think I would have just sat in the car and just been like, hey, see you later, bye. And that's the thing. If he runs into somebody like that, then there's going to be a confrontation. This could turn into something very different with just a minor accident. So definitely something we're going to keep an eye on. Right. Right. Top of the screen, top of the screen, top of the screen. Follow the person. Yep. Yeah. Definitely, we have we haven't seen or heard any sheriff's department. This would be I believe we're still in the Norwalk area, or part where the Norwalk sheriffs would be handling. We haven't seen or heard any of the deputies making calls or talking about making their way back over here. I'm sure that the people that got were in that accident, they are definitely calling 911 and saying, telling what happened. And I'm sure the deputies are going to know that that was the vehicle they were pursuing earlier on. So maybe it's just a little slow to go as it would be. Maybe they're just kind of, just making their last decisions. That could have been ugly, that motorcyclist, if this guy made that left turn. But right now, we're still kind of just driving around out here, the Southgate, East Los Angeles area. It looks like we're kind of back in that same neighborhood where he stopped earlier and got the bag, whatever it was. So going to keep an eye on it, see if he slows down, see if he stops, but definitely listening also and seeing if law enforcement is going to make their way back back to this pursuit. Yeah, if he parks and then runs into a store, we've seen that happen a couple of times. I'm just hoping he's not cruising looking for a victim, as it would be perhaps somebody that they want to try to take their vehicle by force. Right now, we're just going to keep an eye on it. This is one of those moments where, you know, if that driver has a weapon, I definitely don't want to see that weapon discharged or anything like that. And I also don't want to see anybody get hurt or their vehicle stolen. But it definitely looks like he's driving through this parking lot, cruising, looking for something. Hopefully he'll just kind of get back out onto the street. This makes me very nervous when he's driving around an area like that. But there you go, it looks like he has a cell phone out. No, he's just waving at people as he's making his way out here onto the main street again. At least he's back out onto a main street. When he was driving around there, I saw some elderly people by their vehicle. That really kind of got me on edge. But right now, it looks like he's back into traffic, and you know how he doesn't like that traffic. So we'll keep an eye on it. Hopefully he doesn't try to pull that same stunt again, or maybe he does, and hopefully the vehicle gets disabled. Maybe he'll lose a tire or something, and it'll bring this thing to a slow end. But definitely making gestures to somebody. Let's see if he's going to go back to that person, or perhaps just making a U-turn to just to keep this pursuit moving. And more black and whites. No, I'm sorry, Mo. I didn't know. Okay. Yeah. Oh, back onto the freeway. Where are you going? I'm sorry, we're just making, it looks like we're making our way back onto the 710 freeway right here from Florence. So I don't know if he's just going to do the couple of off-ramps. Oh, there we go. That might be one of the reasons why he was making those moves. I believe that's going to be Southgate PD. I was hopeful they would get involved. They seem to be a little bit more progressive with their pursuit tactics. So there we go. So now we have the Southgate police involved in the chase right there, and right behind that suspect, 710 on the freeway. Looks like we're headed southbound. The issue though, sorry, we're northbound on the 710. The issue with Southgate PD is that they're a smaller they're a smaller agency, and as soon as they get out of their jurisdiction, they are going to fall back and drop back. And also, I'm sure it's one of those where the watch commander is watching and might be giving that same information to that law enforcement behind the wheel there, saying, you know what, do not chase this guy. Just let this guy go. And I just have a sneaking feeling that they really know who both those guys are, especially the one behind the wheel. And even if this car does get away or parks and we just kind of, you know, he runs into a home or something like that, I have a feeling that there will be interaction between law enforcement and that driver in the future, and this definitely will be brought up as to, you know, look, we want you for this as well. I have a feeling that that's what it's going to be. Oh, yeah, looks like we were getting off at Atlantic, and I think we still are getting off at Atlantic. There's something, nope, no we're not, we're staying on the 710. This is one of those ones also where you have to kind of weigh this all out. There you go, you got the guy outside the window there, and so we're going to keep an eye on this pursuit and probably be able to watch us on some sort of Facebook Live. Was he taunting the officer, or was he just taunting well, I think he was taunting the officer. Marla, Bob, that was fun. You guys rock. Which one? Oh. Are you going to join the pursuit too? If you guys are following us on Facebook right now, I'm not 100%. We just transitioned seamlessly onto Facebook and or the app, the Fox LA app. Angela pointing out a big jet flying over us as we are basically on LAX's flight path. But at any rate, we've been watching this chase for quite some time, and I have some interesting opinions that I'm not going to share about what's going on right here, because we're just kind of watching these two. We're going to use the G word and just say gentlemen driving this vehicle very erratically this afternoon, just kind of engaging other drivers vocally and also physically by ramming their car between other vehicles out here. It's just one of those ones where we watch it, and you know, I know many law enforcement people, and I know they want to chase this guy. I know they want to bring this to an end, but it's policies, it's liability, and all those modern corporate words that are keeping law enforcement basically from doing their job, and it is kind of sad to see. If that person that lost their bumper and the other person that's car got all scraped up, if they don't have full coverage insurance, you know, they're basically just out. They're just out. I mean, and that's not cool. I just got to say it. I mean, nobody lost their life, but you know, if you got that nice new, I believe it was a Charger or a Challenger, and you know, somebody's come scraping up next to you, that's not cool. And then the other car that looked like just, you know, your regular working class person, and now their car is all banged up and the front bumper covers off of it. And these guys are just, you know, out and about doing whatever they're doing inside that vehicle. Clearly very agitated, very active this afternoon. And then what's in the bag? What's in the bag? That seems to be the big question. we're just going to keep an eye on it right now, and I'm going to try to join you guys and gals on Facebook, but my phone just doesn't want to play along. We are kind of up in the air this afternoon, and yes, I'm stumbling around for words because I'm trying to get my Facebook going here. But at any rate, we're following the chase. We're going to be 7:10. Looks like, I didn't quite read that, but it looks like we're getting close to the 10 again. So I'm wondering if we're going to go back to Upland. It's 2 o'clock. I know Vinny wants to go home, and Angela wants to go home. And I'm a little bit, I'll be honest with you, I'm kind of curious on how this thing's going to end. But at any rate, sooner or later, we're going to have to go get fuel. So we're going to keep an eye on everything, and can't join you guys. I'm sorry. I really want to read the comments and help you guys out and try to answer some of your questions. But at this rate, we are just watching this chase. 2 suspects started out in the Upland area, Upland PD, then California Highway Patrol, then the Sheriff's Department. What do we got? About another 20, Angela, for fuel? What do we got for? Oh, okay. As long as we're heading towards an airport or near an airport, we're gonna say about 40 more minutes. 40 more minutes in the air. Oh. Well, that's awesome. That's fantastic. I wish I could join everybody on Facebook. I don't. My phone is. It says 3G, but you know, that the Fox is so full of information that it's just jamming up the internet. You want to hand it to me for a little bit, Vinny? All right, so sheriffs are hearing it. I'm hearing the sheriffs giving directions on where the car is. So they're staying out of it, but they're in the area. So, well, that's good. But is it Southgate? It's probably Southgate. I'm hearing them on their mutual aid. So that's probably him trying to. Well, he's going to run out of 710 here in a little bit, and then what are you going to do? And there's traffic. Oh, let's please don't crash into more people. I'm just afraid this guy's armed. He was posturing a couple of times when he got out of the vehicle. Yeah. You know, and or if he has a weapon, it could be ugly the other way. So. Oh, Fox News. Facebook. Well, Facebook Live, we're good. CHP's taking it over. So CHP's taking it back over. Hang on one second. Greg, are they going to use our audio on Fox Net, or are they just taking our picture? So California Highway Patrol might be joining this chase one more time. If you, I know that we're on Fox Net, and also a lot of the Facebook folks are not local. 710, we run out of 710 as you're basically getting into the San Gabriel Valley area. So he's making his way. He's going to, there you go, there's no more freeway. But we've watched this in the past. When he gets into some traffic, he just kind of pushes his way through. He does not like to come to a stop. Very agitated. Thank goodness there was no traffic right there making that turn. We're on the Valley Boulevard right now, and my guess is that's exactly what I thought he was going to do. He's going to take the 710 southbound. Now, I heard that there might be a California Highway Patrol vehicle behind it. I have yet to see that vehicle, but this chase continues. Two suspects inside that vehicle started far away, I would guess about 50 miles away from this location in a town called Upland. They were wanted to pull him over for traffic warrants or violations. That's and my assignment desk giving me information so we can play along in the helicopter. When I say play along, meaning we can listen to the law enforcement. So I'm going to find this, and we're going to keep on listening, but the chase continues, and California Highway Patrol definitely involved in this chase. The sheriff's helicopter, but yeah, CHP, I think I'm hearing them on yellow right now. So, right, yeah. When he hit that vehicle, that just, that changed everything. Well, it's a Honda. Thank you, Angela. So speeding up a little bit there. We're watching the car. I'm surprised he hasn't had a flat tire so far, not because those tires are no good, but because he has run into a lot of things, driven over curbs, drove off the road a couple times, couple sidewalks here and there. So it's amazing that he hasn't bent a rim or lost a wheel in this little chase that we've been following here all afternoon. I was trying to explain that this started in the Upland area. That was part of the conversation up here. Again, this is kind of behind the scenes. It's a little less formal. If you hear me talking like about things that might not sound pursuity, I'm not speaking to the voices in my head. Technically they are in my head, but they're actually in my headset. I have the pilot, Angela, this afternoon, and then Vinnie Mac on the camera. So that's one of the reasons why I'll kind of stop and start when while we're chasing this pursuit. And then also I've got radios, our assignment desk, giving information and asking for information. The chase still on the 710 freeway. I believe we just crossed, or we're coming up to the 10. And it was a 60. Okay, so we're south of the 10 already. So he was on the that was the 5, wasn't it? That was the 5. That was the 5. Really? I thought I saw 5 down there. Anyways, so it's continuing southbound on the 710. He kind of hangs out in the northern Long Beach, Norwalk area. He's been in Southgate, and then he's also been in East Los Angeles, so he's kind of familiar with that area, I would guess, because he made basically a long beeline all the way from the Upland area to that location. Right now, though, just kind of continuing on out here. We're just keeping an eye on it. California Highway Patrol knows about it. There's there's one right behind it. There he is. Hang on. I can't hear what they're saying. I don't know. It hasn't even started yet, and they're already 10-22ing it. They're telling the ground units not to engage in the pursuit. And I don't know why. I don't know why. I have a feeling that these are named suspects, and they know exactly who these people are and what they want and where they can be found when they're not in this car running around on the freeways and on the streets. I'm out of beverage. He just passed Atlantic, number 4 lane. It looks like he's staying in the on the 710. He might get off. He's played that game before. And nope, he's staying on the 710. Angelo, the way it looks, he's passing the river right now. Just go wide real quick, Vinny. I think he's like right out our door. Yeah, he is. He's right out our door. Yeah, you won't be able to see him right now, Angela. I see him. Yeah, there's no off-ramp coming up, and he should be going under. Yeah, the sheriff's canceled again. That's not cool. I wonder if it's one of those, like, if the... Oh, wonderful. Well, we're not going to that. Yep, and our day is over. But you kind of wonder if, like the watch commander canceled it, and then some other, somebody else is like, well, we're going to re-engage it, and they're like, well, wait a minute, I said no, Right. White van passing him. I don't. I don't know. I think he's going to get back off the freeway and start driving around his neighborhood again. Oh, come on. How far out are our good friends for the relief helicopter? Because we're starting to do we're going to have to go to another airport to get fuel. And we need to hand it off to him, at least kind of try to talk him in, right? I mean, that would be the right thing to do. All right, copy on. About 15 minutes till they're on scene. I'll talk to Angela. She's busy right now, trying to keep us alive. So they got about 15 minutes before our backup is here. Are we going to have to go to Long Beach, or are we going to be able to get home if we get 15? Not that I have a problem with Long Beach. I love Long Beach. Oh, look at this. Here we go. Yeah, this guy really, I mean, he is worse than me. He really does not like traffic. There we go. There we go. Let's just drive up under the curb here and park, and we're just going to jump out. Did you put it in park? No, you didn't put it in park. And they're off, running across the greens. Look at that. He's climbing uphill. All right. Man, that guy's got some good cardio. I'd be huffing and puffing. Oh, there we go. They're running out of speed. Whatever was in the bag is important because he's still got the bag. Blue hat's the pass. Yep. He's hitchhiking. Florence Avenue. And the freeway. And the 710. He's like, hey, man. Don't get in the truck. It's at the 710. 710 in Florence. Oh no, come on. I don't want to see a carjacking. Dude, go back to him. Go back to him. This guy. He's just gesturing like he's got a... what's he got in his hand? That's a cell phone. It's a cell phone. Oh, thank gosh. Please. I just need a ride. Just open the door. Me and my buddy. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Definitely keep an eye on that car. You know, I see something like that and I think my daughter. You know what I mean? Unbelievable. So basically what we just saw, carjacking, maybe. That's a tough one. They were allowed into the vehicle. They got in the back seat of that car. That driver, does he know or does he not? Do they not know who just got in the back seat of their car? You know, it's going to get interesting when law enforcement shows up and tries to pull that car over, because that driver probably not wanting to get into a pursuit, but definitely having two suspects in the back seat of their car. Okay. It's Nissan. They're at Crafton and Florence. Continuing on. Okay, that helicopter, that shadow that you just saw right there, that's going to be the Sheriff's Department. They're back up overhead. Definitely communication between the media and the Sheriff's Department helicopter definitely going on right now. And this is one of those ones where you just got to wonder what's going to happen when the law enforcement pulls up behind that vehicle. Are they going to, is the driver, I'm sure the driver's just going to pull over. There's a black and white behind him, but he's gonna wait for backup before he tries to pull him over. The backup's coming. Okay, good. Yeah, they are behind it. They got the right one. They know it. Okay, all right. Whoa! Should have locked the doors. Should have locked the doors. Up, there we go. Out for a little run. God, that guy can run. Oh, he fell! He fell! Oh, the justice! Oh, they got him too. Oh, I just love karma. Oh, the universe. All right. That's... I'm being serious. This is actually the end of the lens right there. We don't have enough lens to get it. If the sheriff ship leaves, then we might have that opportunity, but I don't think they're going to leave anytime soon. It's farther down. It's probably right underneath us. It's right underneath us. Yeah, I think it's that one. No? Is it that one? Maybe he left. Maybe he saw his opportunity and left. Do you think so? Excuse me, ma'am. Excuse me. That's all the lens we have. I'm being serious. That's it. That's everything. You think so? They're saying it's the wrong car. They took off. Or no, there it is. It's right there. There it is. That's it. Right, that's it. That's for, I'm sure that's it. That's the Nissan. That's the Nissan. Yeah. They're like, hey, 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 hey. Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. Some young kid doesn't know what he's doing, you know what I mean? Oh yeah, sure, I'll give you a ride. Yeah. They should have just locked the doors. Yeah, true. Right. All right, kids. Are we clear back to base? I don't think it was pre-planned at all. I think these are just young kids that, you know, might have thought they were doing somebody a favor. Yeah. Tell your kids never pick people up on the side of the road. I grew up in the universe of, you know, you don't pick up hitchhikers, don't pick up hitchhikers, don't pick up hitchhikers. Now it's an app and it's just totally okay. They're sheriffs. These are sheriffs. Norwalk sheriffs. Yes. Simon Test, we got to go for fuel. Yes. She doesn't hear you. Dude, it doesn't make any difference. I don't, I'm gonna say something else. Yeah, we're good. That's what I'm saying. It's heat of the moment. I don't hold it. I'm not.